This is a James film.
Hey guys, back with another installment of Thinking Out Loud, and today I'm going to be talking about anxiety. And the reason why is because I had an anxiety attack earlier this week that was school related, and it it really had me messed up for a few days. And ultimately, in my head, I knew it was, I knew it was ultimately going to come to nothing. I mean, not that the stuff that I was concerned about was unimportant or what have you, but I knew that eventually I was going to work through it, whether it took a few days, a few months, or a year, I was going to deal with the issues that I was thinking about and that were kind of taking over my mind. But I mean, it had me, really, really stressed out. I was, I couldn't sleep. I had to go for a drive a couple days in a row just to get out and just try to clear my head and calm down. And even broke down crying a couple times just because I couldn't handle myself. And I mean, I guess not only am I talking about it because that's what I'm dealing with and that's what I'm thinking about, but not enough guys are willing to talk about it. I mean, because it's just not a guy thing. It's perceived as a sign of weakness, and it is a weakness. But you're not gonna be able to work through and deal with that weakness if you're not willing to acknowledge it. So that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it, and kind of has helped me relate a little bit more with NF. He's a rapper, he's a Christian, he's had a real rough life growing up. He lost his mom to drug addiction, and he kind of related to Eminem in that he lost his. Pretty sure she passed away due to drug addiction. But even if she didn't pass away, his home life growing up was pretty rough because of that. And I guess he kind of drew from that and kind of related to Eminem a little bit in that. And he was also inspired by Eminem due to having seen the 8 Mile movie when he was younger. And he was raised Christian, and so that kind of has also come out in his work, but you can kind of also tell that he's really focused on his mental and emotional struggles. And my friends personally like to tease him for it because that's basically all he talks about. But I mean, he views his music as kind of God-given therapy, and he's just basically thinking out loud to a beat. Kind of like what I'm doing right now, except I'm not doing it to a beat. I'm just talking to you guys on video. But I think it's really valuable to be able to acknowledge that weakness and recognize that it's not always, the most sane thing. Sometimes you're gripped by an anxiety attack, and I mean, that ultimately everything's going to be okay, but no matter how hard you tell yourself that, physiologically you don't believe it. So I guess all that is to say, if you're struggling and feeling trapped and you don't see a way out, reach out to people. I definitely reached out to a couple of friends of mine and asked them to pray for me, and thank God their prayers were answered, and God brought me through what I was struggling with and dealing with. And as it turns out, it was not as big a deal as I was making it out to be in my head. But that didn't stop me from freaking out about it. So don't shake off anxiety as just, people being irrational. I mean, sometimes you can rationalize in your mind and your body just doesn't follow along with it. But yeah, if you're struggling, talk to somebody, ask for some help. Don't think that asking for help makes you weaker. Asking for help sometimes might be the only way to work through it. So that's all I got for you for this one.